make note, and the next time she visits that person, she'll be toting the most delicious pie that lucky person has ever tasted. Sometimes it's a lot of pies. The entire staff of more than one of her doctors has been so treated, as have the service manager at the dealership where she bought her car, the butcher, I think, and most of her neighbors. Then there's her team on the Ticket Services Committee for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. They can usually count on some kind of delicious treats every time she shows up for a shift or team function. For those of you who don't know, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo is the largest professional rodeo in the world. This is Texas, after all. The terms rodeo and big are probably in the state constitution. The Houston Rodeo runs for 3 weeks each year and has as its primary mission the generation of scholarship funds for Texas students. The rodeo has awarded more than 20,000 scholarships since the first one in 1957. A crew of 35,000 volunteers contributes about 2.1 million hours of their time and labor every year to make the event a success. Jerry Ann is a member of the Ticket Services Committee. As the rodeo's website puts it, the members of that committee are the first welcoming face to the public purchasing grounds admission tickets or carnival ride tickets. Jerry Ann says she's pretty sure that she's the only trans woman on the Ticket Services Committee, and we both reckon that she's the only trans woman in the whole group of 35,000 volunteers. Let that sink in a bit. Biggest rodeo in the world. 2,417,248 visitors during the 2022 run, and one trans woman just doing the work of any other volunteer, but also looking for other ways to serve, to accomplish the mission better and faster. Through her dedication and service, she has found a home in a giant rodeo in Texas. That is ambassadorship on a pretty big scale, all accomplished by one woman. Imagine what we could accomplish if more of us stepped up to serve our communities, our schools, our churches. Mind you, it's the service I'm pitching here. That's the real tangible value, but along with it goes the opportunity to expose people to something that they had not previously understood or even been aware of. I'll put a few ideas of how to serve your community in the episode notes. Hopefully, I haven't lost anyone yet. So now I am going to talk about activism. Again, we understand that this is not something everyone wants to take on, and that is okay. For me, however, I can't sit idly by while so much injustice remains. So I produce this podcast. I volunteer for political candidates who are allies. I make phone calls and write letters for them. I show up at rallies to show the flag, so to speak. Sometimes the best thing that an ambassador can do is to just be a witness. One of Jerry Ann's former Pearland neighbors is Kai Shapley. If you don't know who she is, you definitely need to get out more. Some links are in the episode notes. That little girl is fearless and has worked to defeat anti-trans legislation, including testifying at the state capitol in Austin. She is active on social media and even has her own YouTube show, Kai and Sky Talk Politics. It's weird feeling like I stand in the shadow of an 11-year-old kid and at the same time feeling like I need to do what I can to protect her and those like her. So, yeah, I am driven to action, and I hope that I have at least lit the fire of that drive in you, fair listeners. In closing, I'll share that my co-host and I sometimes joke that they're everywhere, referring to the trans, CD, and non-binary folks we encounter. But that's the beauty of it. Those that are out there, just doing life, are our ambassadors and doing the legwork of showing the world that we're not scary or abnormal, just slightly unusual people. Thank you, and we'll talk to you again soon.